Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Karen Marie and today I'm giving you a slightly belated Friday sews video. So it is actually Saturday today, but I did film yesterday, but when I came to edit it last night to make it a proper Friday sews, I could see that there was kind of a weird ray of light straight across my face, and I didn't notice it while I was filming, and it just made everything look a bit absurd. So yeah, I'm going for a second take. So so here it is, Friday sews take two. Yeah, I have quite a few things to talk to you about, so I am just going to get cracking. But before I head on to what I've been making this week and everything, I'm going to tell you what I'm wearing. And I'm wearing the Maven pattern Somerset top, I think it's called. This is the variation with the sort of straight sleeves, and it has a boat neck, I guess you would call it. And I made it in this cotton jersey that I got in Düsseldorf in Germany this summer. So I'm going to stand up and let you have a look at what it looks like. So it's really summery make. So I thought I'd hurry up and use it before winter heads on. I'm also wearing the Ash jeans by Megan Nielsen. So I'm thinking I'll get started with that because I have an update on the collaboration that I'm doing with Rachel from the French Seams. So if you've been watching a few of my latest videos, you know that I'm doing a collaboration with the Megan Nielsen Ash jeans. And I've made this pattern quite a few times before, but I decided to do some fit adjustments on this when I'm doing this collaboration with Rachel. So I I really wanted to make one wearable toile of the new fit adjustments, and this is what I'm wearing today. It was really hard to get some good photos of it because I'm actually alone in the house at the moment, but I'm doing my best to put in a little video of myself wearing them while I'm speaking to you. So what I did with this pair of Megan Nielsen Ash is that I didn't do a lot of fit adjustments, but I scooped out the back piece just a little bit, and that means that the seat gets a little bit more room, and that I did that to prevent there from being horizontal pooling underneath the seat. And I'm really glad I tried that. I think it worked out quite well. I might actually do just a teeny bit more of a scoop on my final pair, which will be the ones that I will be officially revealing as part of the collaboration, by the way. But I did scoop it out. It wasn't too much, maybe 1 centimeter maximum, more than the usual curve. So I just scooped out just a little bit, and then I added on what I scooped out. I added on to the side seams, and that was because I didn't want my jeans to be smaller. I just wanted to have more room in the seat and make that curve a little bit lower. And I think that worked out well. And yeah, I'm happy with that alteration. The thing is that I really do think that, it might be the fabric on these pairs, because I couldn't find the exact same fabric that I'm going to use for the final pair. And that is an issue because obviously you want your toile to be in the same fabric so that the adjustments that you work out will be working in the same way for the final pair. However, I didn't have that option, so I'm just going to do my best. And yeah, I think that scoop worked out fine. What I'm sort of seeing on this pair though is that the how how to describe it, pooling just a little bit. I'm going to stand up and try to show you. It's not very easy to see when they're on, but so these are the jeans and they fit like, oh, you can suddenly see that. They fit well, but you see now that it is pooling just a little bit here. And I'm suspecting that that is because I added on a little bit to the back. So now that this is sort of now too big, which is why it sort of pulls there. So I'm thinking that I might either just take a deeper scoop as I did, but then not add on more on the side. But the thing is now that the side seam is now actually straighter than on my other pair. So I might just try to fix it instead by taking off a little bit from the front pattern piece, just to sort of get them up there, if that makes sense. Can you see that? Yeah. And I think that's also going to work well with the sort of the front. I don't want to take off too much because then I will have like pooling here. But I think they do fit me well. So there's no like weird pulling or lines there. Maybe I can stand up so you can see. So as you can see, they don't like sit weird here or anything now. So yeah, I'm quite happy with them, but I did make several mistakes. I don't know if this is just me, but the first time I make a pattern, I'm so like, you know, into following all the instructions from point to point, and I really take my time, and then when I make it up the second, third, etc., because I'm a pattern repeater, I just sort of lose my concentration, and then I end up making mistakes I didn't do the first time I made them. Is that just me? But the thing is that when I made these up, I sort of did it like automatically almost. And that's never a good idea. Things that I made that I'm hoping to avoid on my final pair. Okay, so first of all, I forgot that you're supposed to do the inseam first, because when you do the inseam first, it's still possible to flap out the jeans so that you can do top stitching on the inseam, right? Once you've sewn up the outer seams, that's not going to be possible because then you won't be able to physically put it through your machine. So I don't know, wasn't concentrating. So I did sew up the outer seams on the legs before I did the inseam. So I couldn't top stitch the inside. Another mistake that I made was that when I was top stitching, because on this pair I have done a contrasting top stitch, and when I did that on these, I forgot that you're supposed to like top stitch the entire waistband before you attach the top of the belt loops. So as you can see here, it is top stitched here. But I had forgotten to do this top stitch here before I attached the belt loops on the top. And now it's really difficult to go back and then top stitch this, because obviously I will have to like stop and go on and everything, and it won't look nice. So I decided to just leave that off, but now it's only top stitched on the top. So I mean, these are details that probably no one will notice other than myself, but yeah. So mistakes were made, but you know, I persevered. And I will definitely be wearing these. These are wearable. But as you could see, I am going to just make a few adjustments for the final pair. But I'll go into that in the reveal of the final pairs of jeans. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is what I've been making this week. And I have been making a couple of things. So the first thing that I made was this True Bias Nikko top. I have made several Nikkos, many actually. And I really like the Nikko. It is like I can't remember what they call them in the pattern. It's not a turtleneck, a mock neck, is that what you called it? So it is like a high neck, but it's not like a full turtleneck. And that makes it really wearable, and I really like this pattern. Yeah, but this time I actually made it with like short sleeves because I thought that could be a good like transitional top. So if I get really warm, I can take it off, and if I get cold, I can just, layer it. Yeah, I really like this color. This is supposed to be one of the best colors for me, according to my color chart. It's sort of a raspberry red cotton jersey from Stofflykke, I think, or maybe Selfmade. Can't remember now. But yeah, I really like it. It's quick and easy make, and it's like a wardrobe staple. So really happy with that. The other thing that I made this week was a pair of trousers for my husband. And I have been talking for a long time about making him a pair of the Wardrobe by Me summer pants, I think it's called, which is a fairly like informal pair of, well, like straight-legged trousers. And I have been thinking about making him a pair in linen. But then I decided to, before I cut into that linen, because it's like a precious linen, I wanted to sort of toile it and see whether he actually likes this shape. So I wanted to do a toile. And I had a remnant of this kind of wool blend suiting in my stash. It's a little bit like, it was the end of the bolt, so it's actually like a little damaged on the inside there, because they've written on it and it doesn't come off in wash. But I thought, I'll just make him a pair of these just to kind of check the fit. However, I did make a change to these because they were in this kind of suiting. I thought I'll keep this front flat and then just put the elastic in the back, because it is supposed to be elasticated all the way around, but I thought that would look a little bit silly in the suiting, so I did change that. And here they are. So we got really good like slash pockets. Haven't really done that kind of pocket before, so it was good to try something new. And then it is elasticated in the back, but it has a yoke and everything, so, and they fit great on him. I mean, he looks good in practically anything, but they really do look good on him. The only thing that he said was that he wondered if I could put belt loops on them, because he wore them to work. And they kept kind of sagging just a little bit, probably because I didn't elasticate it like all the way through. So I'm going to do that, and he is going to wear them even with the little damage in the leg and everything. So it's not super noticeable once he wears them. So yeah. And then I did have quite a project this week, because one of my neighbors is getting married today, and she and her fiance, they don't have a lot of like network around here, because she's from Sweden and he's from Germany, so their families are like not in Norway. So she asked me if I could help out in the kitchen during their wedding, because they have a sort of an informal wedding thing, and I said, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And so I'm going to a wedding later today to help out. But then earlier this week, she called me and said, can you help me hem my wedding dress? And I, had to hold it together not to freak out because the pressure. So anyway, she's had a lot of, of like mishaps in these preparations, and you know, something happened to her first dress, and yeah, she had to sort of scramble to get another one. And then earlier this week she called me to say that she had to change the shoes that she was wearing because of a problem with her foot, so she needed like lower heels, which meant that the dress was too long. So she asked me if I could help her hem it. And this is a wedding dress that has sort of a silk blend, silk feel kind of skirt, and then there are 2 layers of this really soft tulle on top of it. And I was terrified, absolutely terrified. And if I had, you know, I really wanted to say no, to be perfectly honest, because it was way out of my comfort zone. Never done that kind of sewing before. I really wanted to say no, but then I thought, you know, she doesn't know anyone who can do it. And yeah, how do you say no to that? So I spent 4 or 5 hours actually trying to measure and straight cut tulle, and then cutting off the bottom of the skirt piece and hemming and everything. And I swear I was so stressed that I could barely sleep because you know. However, I did manage it after quite a few hours of painstakingly measuring everything and cutting and hemming. I did get a message, and she said it was perfect. And I thought, you know, I am never doing that again. Okay, way too much stress. So, okay, that is what I've been doing this week. And I have now quite a few things to show you that arrived this week. So, I did get, a while back, I did get a gift certificate for the online store called Stofflykke. It is a brick and mortar store too, by the way. It's just way north in Norway. Seriously, it would take me 2 days to drive there. And I'm not affiliated with them or anything, but they kind of specialize, as I've understood it, in like jerseys and sweatshirting and French terries and that kind of thing. And they have like really beautiful things there. So I'm not affiliated, but just really like their stuff. So I do tend to order quite a few things from there. And I had the gift certificate. And then a few weeks ago, they announced that they were having a big end of summer sale. And I went a bit mad. I justified it because I had a gift certificate that I needed to use. So, but do you want to see all the lovely things that I got? Bet you do. Okay, so first of all, I bought a piece of fabric that I've never had before. Never tried sewing this. And this is a like sports lycra. So you can make like it's swimwear fabric, and you can make like tights and stuff like that, running leggings in them. And I did get a little piece of this. First of all, because I really want to make a swimsuit, and I have booked a little winter sun vacation that I'm going to go on in February. So I have plenty of time to make a swimsuit if I want to. The other reason why I got a piece of this was that I've been thinking that I want to make a pair of pull-on jeans and maybe experiment with putting a tummy panel in. So yeah, I got a little bit of this sportswear lycra. Yeah. I'm really excited to try that. It's incredibly slippery, so, you know, a little bit excited, but yeah. And then they had some of these nice like ribbed fabric, and I got this one. And it's not exactly how I thought it was going to be, actually. It has a lot more body than I was expecting it to have, but it has really nice like stretch and recovery, and it is in this beautiful, like, I don't know what you call this, royal blue. This blue is actually a little bit too bright for my color scheme, according to you know, the color guru card that I have. However, so I think it's more like a winter season fabric, but I just couldn't resist it, and I think it's going to make a really beautiful top of some sort. So I haven't really decided, but I needed a little bit of this. Then I got something that is a little bit out of my comfort zone. I couldn't resist it because it is really high quality sweatshirting, and yeah, I decided to be bold and go for something else, and it is yellow. I don't really tend to wear yellow that often because it's really hard to find a yellow that I think suits me. Like on my color card, there is one yellow, and it is this kind of lemony, really like cold yellow, if that makes sense. But I think it doesn't come up like great there, but it is like really, what do you call it? Buttercup, I guess. Yellow, and it is really high quality sweatshirting. So I thought if it turns out that I'm not comfortable wearing it, I know that my daughter looks fab in this color, so I might give it away to her. Then I did go for another blue, and this is also a sweatshirting. It has this really lovely fleecy back to it. And I know it looks bright and wonderful out today, and it is, but you know, right around the corner, winter is coming because autumn is short here. So I need some really nice snuggly sweaters for the winter, and this is the same, like almost the same blue that the other one is, so it's actually a little bit too bright for me, but I love it, so I'm going to wear it anyway. Yeah. And then finally I got this cotton with the scalloped edge, and it is embroidered, and I think, what you call it, a border print, I guess you would call it that. And I just couldn't resist it because I thought it was such a lovely fabric. It is quite see-through because it feels more like a cotton voile. So as you can see, it is a little bit see-through. So if I decide to make it like maxi length skirt or something like that, then I need to line it. But otherwise, I thought it could work as a kind of top, you know, something like the sagebrush top or something like that, and using that sort of hem there. Yeah. Okay, that was a lot, but I really wanted to show you what I got there. I also have another sneaky little package on the way, and earlier this summer, Rainbow Fabrics, they had a release of some Indian block cottons, and I had never used those before, and I looked at them and they were just, I was speechless. They were so beautiful. However, I was too late. So once I got onto Rainbow Fabrics, you know, the ones that I really loved the most, they were sold out. And I was gutted because I really wanted those. And then they said that they were going to release another batch of these the fabrics. And that time I was sort of hovering with my phone on the release time, and I got on there and I went a bit mad. Yeah, so I bought way too much. And they have been slowly making their way over to Norway. I mean, they arrive in Norway quite quickly, so not Rainbow Fabric's fault, but then they take forever to get through customs here. But now they have been sent on, so I'm hoping that these wonderful fabrics will show up in, you know, my post office very shortly. And then, of course, I'll show them to you. I've gone on for way too long. And now I need to get on with, you know, all my house chores and shopping and all of that jazz. So I'm going to love you and leave you. And please leave me any comments if you, what do you think about my new purchases? What do you think about what I've been making? I would love to hear from you. And thank you so much for keeping, you know, coming back to my videos. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, you bring me so much joy. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. Bye.